go live. And hello, everybody.
Hello.
Meow, meow, meow. Hello
Meow.
there, friends. Hello. Welcome to another live movie musical commentary brought to you by Before the Downbeat, a musical podcast. I just got the notification saying that we are live, so welcome aboard, friends, patrons, Roman
welcome aboard
countrymen.
This potential rocky journey.
Yes, and joining me on this ever eventful journey, it is the incredible, the wonderful, the sober Jillian Robinson. Hello, Jill.
Hello, Mackenzie.
Hello. Yes, so you all heard her voice when we did Avenue Q last season. And if you follow my other exploits on Cup of Hemlock Theater, you know Jill and I do a lot of fun stuff together. But tonight we are doing something we have Jill has not done yet, which is a live movie musical commentary. This is her inaugural episode, and we are making her watch Cats. Hopefully we don't scare her away.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me. I love doing stuff before the downbeat whenever I can. Yeah, I'm set. I have my Marie mug. She is my favorite cat of all the cats. And I'm not really a cat person. I'm allergic to cats. So I can say that right off the get-go. So I'm not really a cat person. Also, I feel like cats have like something like a bad blood towards me, but I don't know why. But anyways, Marie and Cats, the Pro Shot. Those cats have my respect, and we'll see what this movie does to my feeling with cats.
Yeah, we will see.
Hey, listen, we've chatted about it, Mac. I might love this. Like, what if I love it?
Autumn will have serious conversations with you if you do. And speaking of our beloved Canadian B. Arthur, director extraordinaire, John Adams of Canadian theater, Autumn Smith, as you may have seen on our Insta and Facebook pages, got married last weekend to her beautiful, brilliant partner, Sarah. So they're off enjoying some much-needed newlywed bliss, as well as Autumn is opening a show next week up in Bracebridge. A spooky, haunted Halloween show full of ghost stories. So she is away this episode. Hopefully she will join us on our next ventures, but she wishes us well. She says, I've already talked about this enough. Mac made me record our review twice back in the day. I sat there at the movie theaters. I don't think I need to go back to this world again. So she's given Jill full permission to take her spot, and Jill has graciously accepted the duty.
Yep. Let's do it.
We will do it. So Jill, before we get into this though, so you alluded to the fact that you only got into Cats this week. You watched the Pro Shot, the 1998 Pro Shot with Elaine Page and Ken Burns, Ken Burns? I think it's Ken Burns, who played Deuteronomy.
It's not Ken Burns.
What's his name?
I can look that up really cool.
Yes. Either way, he is the voice of Oogie Boogie Man in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Right? Very cool.
Fact?
Yes. Ken Page?
Ken Page, I believe. But then my brain was like, it's Elaine Page, but maybe there was just 2 pages.
I think there are 2 pages. Either way. So Jill, you watched that this week. I sent you the link.
Yeah.
So you could brush up and see what a true Cats production looks like. And give us your thoughts. What did you think of this Pro Shot and the stage show all about cats and nothing else? It's just cats on cats on cats.
Yeah. So Ken clarified is Ken Page. So love that. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I grew up listening to a lot of Andrew Lloyd Webber. My parents are really big fans. So like I had heard the music of Cats and I kind of knew the vibe, but I had never seen an iteration of it live or via Pro Shot or this movie. And so when Mac asked me to do this, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably just watch the musical for the sake of kind of having it in the back artist tank of my brain. And first off, like absolute stunning movement, choreography, dance. Like these are some of the best dancers that were on Broadway at the time. And I feel like the more this show gets done, even in like a community theater setting too, it's like the best of the best dancers have to kind of pull this show off. And literally I felt like I was watching Cats. So tipping my hat to the movement. And it's got like a, you know, I feel like when this musical came out, it was in the time of like Rocky Horror vibes, right? With like this ethereal,
it came out end
like
of the 70s, early 80s. It was like big musical.
So you kind of know you're coming into like a campy, what is life sort of birth.
I mean, it's a book of poems.
Yeah. Yes. T.S. Eliot's. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's just, so there was the pro shot itself was, had some of those close up existential shots. But other than that, this, like, because it's based off of these poems, it was just kind of like, you know, vignettes. I was kind of like, okay, here's vignettes. A cat.
There is no real story.
Here's an intro of a cat. They're this archetype or whatever. And here we go. And like, obviously, my brain the whole time is like, oh, what is this? It's kind of like a Life of Pi moment, right? Like, what is the symbolism for humanity? Like, who is this person to that person? And what does it mean? And so, like, that was kind of cool to have those things pop up. But other than that, it's just kind of cool music, a lot of awesome dancing. I thought the set was lovely. And again, I think because it is just kind of, here's a play space and here's all these cats. I've said this many times in Cup of Hemlock, Mac. Like, I love when there's a minimalist take on the set, because then it's pretty much just up to the human body performing and storytelling, and especially with this, storytelling with their bodies. So I always enjoy that. But, you know, I wouldn't say it's my favorite musical just because, you know, it's kind of just cats.
Yeah. Which you're allergic to.
Which I'm allergic to. Yeah. But, you know. Yeah, I'd have to say, too, like, standouts to me. Because that's the thing I liked about this musical, too, is every character is different. And, like, they're supposed to be, right? Like, not only in, like, the color of their hair or fur, but in their personalities. And so I liked little things about everyone. Like Jenny Any Dots, like her zaniness and like her kookiness. I was like, yes. But I've said this to you, Mac, too. Like, I want to be Rum Tum Tugger. I just want to have swagger just laced all over that floor. Mr. Mistopheles, the magic, right? There's like little tidbits of super cool, imagery and personality. But other than that, I'm like, okay, these are just individual cats in the same space, doing some dance moves and singing some far out lyrics.
Well, that's exactly what happened. I mean, when Lloyd Webber pitched the show to Hal Prince, who he'd worked with on Evita and Superstar. He didn't work with him. So, no, you don't done Evita with him. So anyway, but he pitched it to Hal Prince. And Hal Prince listened to the music and he went, Andrew, am I missing something about this show? And Andrew Lloyd Webber just went, Hal, it's about cats. And Hal was like, I cannot do this show. So hence why they went and got Trevor Nunn, who went on to direct Les Mis and all those type of fun stuff. But yes, that was why they got him. And Jillian Lynn, we got to give a shout out to her, the OG choreographer for this, who came up with a lot of the iconic looks and moves for all the cats. She was very instrumental in that. But yeah, you're right. There is no real story. I mean, we can address that right now, that this musical is based on these book of poems. And there's a mention of a Jellicle ball and Jellicle cats. And so they had to take that concept and kind of go, okay, what is that? And then they come up with the idea that they got to go to the Heaviside Lair, because there's a poem at the end about them ascending to the Heaviside Lair in that one. So that is that. So there's a lot of this basic stuff, and they kind of like, okay, what is this? And they went into rehearsal with not a lot of structure either. It was kind of, first weeks of rehearsal was just play as cats. Do improvs as cats. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. And then they kind of took the moves and things they liked from that and helped create the language and the body of the show. And, I mean, there's the very famous story of Elaine Page. So originally, we'll get into this, but Judi Dench was supposed to be double cast as Grisabella and Jenny Any Dots. But then when she was practicing her tap dance, she blew out her Achilles tendon. And so she had to drop out. And so they cast Elaine Page, who had originated the role of Evita in the West End, as the new Grisabella. And so they had 4 different versions of Memory they were using. And so eventually one night she got so confused, she just started vamping on stage so she could get back into her place in the song. And she came off stage and just went, Andrew, choose a frickin' version of this piece. Just choose one and we're sticking with it. This is ridiculous. So that's how we got, I believe it's the Trevor Nunn version they finally went with. But it was like one of those things of, it went on and on and on, and there was very little structure. So they kind of had to do a lot of make work to make the show work. And people thought it was a joke. Nobody wanted to invest in it. So they found the right people, and then they made a lot of money off those early investments because they got paid back very quickly, and that was that. So
right.
But now we're going to get into the 2019 version, which was directed by Tom Hooper. It stars Francesca Hayward as Victoria. Then we have Taylor Swift as Bum Ballerina, Rebel Wilson as Jenny Anydos, Jason Derulo as Rum Tum Tugger, Judi Dench as Old Deuteronomy. You have Idris Elba playing McCavity. So I'm trying to think of who else we have in the cast that would be.
James Corden.
Yeah, James Corden is Bustopher Jones, who's not skin and bones. In fact,
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah. Jennifer Hudson is Grisabella. So there definitely was a big name movie where they were.
Ian McKellen was Asparagus.
Of course, Ian McKellen is Gus the theater cat.
Yeah,
Ryan and I talked about that in our review of his one-man show on Cup of Hemlock. So you'll definitely want to check that out. But yes, he's in this. So this was a big star cast. I don't know how they got all these people for this movie, but this movie was in development for a long time. Spielberg was supposed to do a animated version back in the 90s, and then the studio closed, and so they never did it. But if you go on our Insta page, you can see the concept art that they have for that, and it looked fantastic. And I'm like, why did they not just make this? I much would have preferred that than the CGI debacle that we're going to be watching in, I would say, 2 minutes. We'll give 2 more minutes to people to join us, and then Jill, we will hit the road.
To riff off that, Mac, have you seen the Chip and Dale movie yet?
No.
Because they have like a tiny bit about like 2 CGI cats are like seen having a tuffle in an alley. And again, I haven't seen the movie, but it was just funny. Like you could tell they were ragging on it. But
well, this movie was very easy to rag on. I mean, the amount of jokes that came out of this movie, and the fact that it really did tank Tom Hooper. I mean, the guy won a Best Director for King's Speech. He directed Les Mis, which that was iffy. When we get to that live stream, we will talk about his directorial choices in that. But yeah, then he does this, and it's like, ooh. I mean, as Lloyd Webber says, this movie was so bad, he had to get a therapy dog.
Oh my God, he said that?
Yeah, he actually got a therapy dog.
Wait. Andrew Lloyd Webber said that about Tom Hooper?
About the movie. That the movie was so bad. Movie. That they had to go out and get a therapy dog.
Lloyd Webber.
I mean, he hasn't been overly kind to Tom Hooper either. He's saying that Tom Hooper cut him out of a lot of the production of the making of the film, so there probably were some choices in there that Lloyd Webber wasn't happy with. He is very protective of his properties after kind of the debacle that was Jesus Christ Superstar, the movie. So if you read his book, Unmasked, he talks all about that. So you definitely could pick that up and give it a read. But yes, cats. Okay. Jill, what do you say we get into the movie?
Okay, let's get into it.
So if you are joining us, you can watch along on Netflix. We cannot show you the film screen, unfortunately, on our screen, just because that will get us a copyright infringement. So we will be commentating on what we see. And if you go on Netflix, we will be starting at 00 in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hit play, Jill. And we are live. All right. So we are starting with the Universal logo. Actually, fun fact, Cats took the release date for Wicked. This in 2019, it was supposed to be Wicked that came out. And when they couldn't make it, they bumped up Cats and rushed the production.
Okay.
They filled the spot. And they were really banking on it being a big Oscar movie, and that just did not happen.
Okay.
So here we go. We got more logos.
Anticipation. Okay.
Yes. So Amblin. So once again, Spielberg, because he had the rights, he was added on as a producer, though I don't think he did anything for this movie. I hope he didn't. I mean, he was probably busy doing The Moon and the Cat Eyes. And then we get
we're in it.
Overture.
Here's the music.
Yep. So once again, we get a film with an overture, which is very rare. I mean, not a lot of movie musicals do an overture. So we have a car pulling up. What's going on with the car? So you see the cat's creeping along. And see, this part isn't bad. I mean, except for the fact they have a cat in a bag.
And they definitely are humans. Like it.
Yeah, there are humans.
It's very but I'm saying like
you
can tell the cats are humans.
Yes.
Like why not just make them CGI cats, like a Lion King thing?
Right now this is horrible. Watch what they do to the poor cat in the bag. Like they swim. Like it's so violent and horrible.
Right. Also, it got bigger. Like she's through with a tiny thing, and it's like, oh, there's a human.
Yeah, the whole scale thing in this is way off. So that's another problem. And, like, once again, this is just such an uninteresting the music's really great, but then it's just kind of boring with the shots they're doing. And then also the fact that, like, they just...
Oh my god. Was that Jason Derulo?
Oh yeah, they all show up in this. This is just... Like, why would you open your movie with somebody throwing a cat? Like, if you want to say you don't like cats, that's how you do it.
Is it Victoria?
Yes.
Yeah.
She will be our outside eye in this, which is a change from the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Okay.
You will see.
So she's like the new cat on the block.
You're correct.
Is that... Oh.
That's Monkey Strap. That's the main cat.
Right.
Like, they're just creepy looking. There's Mistopheles.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, they try to make this modern. It's like, just don't. This is one of the most popular musicals of all time. You don't have to reorchestrate this. Like, why am I having beatboxing in this?
I'm not hating it.
Oh god, Jill. You're gonna be one of the people who do like this movie. How?
Well, there's just like a lot going on right now that I'm just like, I'm still gotta get into it, you know?
Jellicle cat.
It is kind of cool that like how they're staging this of like they're explaining to Victoria what they are, as opposed to like, hello audience, welcome to the ball. Like,
yes. Like the concept of having a new cat on the block isn't a bad one. It's just what they do with her down the road in the plot is where it becomes a problem. And I'll point it out when it starts becoming a problem. Like, see, the orchestration isn't horrible here, but it gets worse.
Also, they're like way too small in comparison to that fountain.
See, this is it.
Cats aren't that.
Oh, that beatbox.
Oh, we don't.
Like, it's just
that was done in post.
Oh.
But do you see what I mean? Like, in scale of the
the tail's
like,
off.
They're not that small. Like right now, they're the size of rats in comparison to that fountain.
Right?
Rats the musical.
Ugh. Then Seymour already changes to McCavity. It's just like Cat and the Canary. Like, there's a lot of cat puns on the signs.
I love a good pun.
You do. Like, I will say, when Autumn saw the trailer, she didn't mind it. Then she saw the movie and was like, what the heck did they do? Jill's face of perplexion.
Sorry.
Great.
I'm just like, I'm unpacking. I'm like, what does it mean? They're standing on this like winged man.
It's in Piccadilly.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I'm not gonna lie. These beats, though, are gonna be added to my workout playlist.
No, Jill. Just add the Broadway version.
But, like this has a pep in
then we got
step.
the LaShawn's dancing duo there. Like, it's just... In sneakers. In freaking sneakers. Like, why are your cats in shoes?
Oh.
Like, they're just...
The scale is really throwing me off. Like, cats
right?
are not that tiny.
Yeah, right? Like, that's... And the thing is, the set was built practically, too. Like, it was built oversized.
Like, these are kittens. These are newborn kittens.
But they're not supposed to be kittens.
I know. But, like... I guess, like, is it supposed... Oh, they're running away from her now. Why? She just wanted to partake. That was rude.
Well, that's what they do, Joe.
Okay, also, he looks like Davy Jones, the octopus guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. So let's get into McCavity here for a minute. He's described as the ginger cat, but he is not ginger. Like,
I mean, his cloak has like a bit of a rusty vibe.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be like a ginger, like ginger.
Yeah.
Like orange, like Skimbleshanks orange. Like red, like not chestnut. Like, he's described as lean ginger cat. Like, the fact that like they don't even listen to the lyrics.
Oh, Mistopheles trying to help her.
Yeah, they have a weird relationship in this movie. So here's another thing. So when they did this movie, they did another Tom Hooper thing, which is sing live on sets, like they did in Les Mis. Right. However, unlike in Les Mis, where it was just the piano that they were hearing, they could change it from piano to click track to a like full orchestra sounding track. So you'll notice a lot of times these actors aren't singing on rhythm with each other because their earpieces, they were changing what they were listening to.
Oh, no.
So as you know, this is all supposed to be in like unison.
But I kind of like that it's like echoey. It's like ethereal, you know?
But it's creepier when it's all together. Like, it's just like a known poem that they all know for each other. Like, it's supposed to be...
I kind of like it. I like that it's distorted. It's more haunting-y.
Yeah.
But, like, all of a sudden, we're in a graveyard.
Yeah, it's just, once again, it's weird. Like, I don't know what part of London was supposed to be.
Castle behind. Okay.
Like, I will say, Francesca Hayward, because she is a member of the Royal Ballet in London, like, her dancing is always very good.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like, oh. Like, they just look weird.
I almost want them to, like, not be cats. Like, I wonder if this would just, like, if humans, they were just humans or something. I don't know. Like,
and I mean, what I don't get is why they chose Victoria to be the new cat when there is a new cat in the stage show. The one that sings with Grisabella in memory. I forget that cat's name.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, that's basically who this character is replacing. And it's like, why would you change that when, like, there's already a built-in character who works with Grisabella in the show, who's, like, the young cat.
But to me, when I watched it in the pro shot, I looked at that cat as being kind of, like, an extension, because like Grisabella, basically any one of these cats can end up like her. I get that she's the glamour cat and she had like probably
a fall
more.
From grace.
Yeah, exactly. But like she also represents the like getting to that age, right? And like a fall from grace from life can also mean, right? And so I think that cat in the pro shot is like an extension of, it almost looked like this was the younger version of Isabella or something, right? Or like,
yeah.
So I think with a movie, it makes sense that Victoria she's just a bit more of a substantial character, and she's kind of coming on as like this ingenue. Everybody's envious because she's so gracious and she's like a pure white cat. You know what I mean? Like she's untouched, like a cool contrast between many of the cats, I guess. But
well, they're all jellicle, meaning they all are multicolored cats.
Yeah.
I just go, like, why, Tom Hooper? Why, when you were adapting this, would you not just take a character who's already existing? Like, why would you rejig another character? It's just like, ugh.
Because I think in the original, though, like, they did that other cat, like, we can't even remember her name. She does have a name, but, like, she doesn't have enough agency anyway. So I feel like it'd be harder to erect.
But you could build, like, just take that opening dialogue scene where it's like, what's your name? You can say her name.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason why they made Victoria the main cat was because she's white, and it's like that very catching white cat. But I just go, ugh, Tom Hooper.
Okay, here we go. Setting it up.
Here we go. First cat. Here we go, Jill. First cat off the block. Rebel Wilson.
Nice.
Oh my.
Oh. Wait, but it's not...
Oh, Rebel Wilson.
It's not supposed to be comedy, though.
Exactly. Then just wait till she starts singing.
Oh my god.
Yes, Jill, she does.
Why are we seeing her, for lack of a better word, pussy right now?
Like, and then they like gave her the worst vocal line of the whole thing. Because remember, in the stage show, it's 3 cats who are all singing in harmony. So they didn't choose like the well-known part of the harmony. They chose like what's labeled as the melody line. But it's like you never hear the melody line because you got all the harmonies on top of it.
Yeah. Also, like, again, this scale is so off.
See, this is creepy. The mice children.
Mice children?
See them?
Wait, why? Why is there mice children? Whoa, that's a child's face in a mouse.
Yep.
I can't get over the scale. I'm so sorry, everyone. Cats are not that small.
And she's keeping them hostage while, like, trapping them around.
And also, mice are not the size of a thimble. And a thimble isn't the size of a thumbtack. What's happening?
Like, oh.
Oh, like, what is... Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What is she going to do with those children mice? That's really
odd. You don't want to know, Jill. You don't want to know. Just wait till you see the cockroaches.
So, like, whose idea was that? Of like, you know what? We should really have mice. And they should be played by children.
Tom Hooper.
Why is that
as the director?
I don't understand.
Like, the problem is also because they cast all these celebrities in these big roles, or these featured roles. They took away all the choral singing, and that's what makes the show so great, is that it's the mix of the harmonies.
Yeah.
Because the harmonies are very hard. Like, if you look at them on the sheet music, it's like thirds, fourths, seconds, like they're very close to one another.
Yeah.
So, like, the actresses who have to, or actors who perform the harmonies are doing a lot of work, but because you're casting, like, Rebel Wilson, Jason Derulo, you, like, want to feature them, and it's just doesn't work.
Are these kid mice again?
No, these are kid cockroaches. They're kid cockroaches.
Okay, see, now a cockroach could maybe be that small. I can get behind that.
Yeah, but look at their creepy faces. And she just ate one. Oh my
god.
And
why are you what? Oh, that's funny. The cake used the little strawberries as steps.
Like, that's cute. Like it's just bad though. Like, the CGI is just so bad.
Listen, I gotta watch this high one day. I feel like it'd be a whole new experience.
Skadooba dooba dooba.
No. Run away, children mice. Oh my god.
And they've added in new lyrics too that are not part of the poem.
Oh, now James Corden's gonna come in.
No, it's Jason Derulo.
It's Jason Derulo. Is he British in real life?
I have no idea.
No. Yes. Favorite song. Oh.
Also, I don't ever get why these cats are wearing cat coats, like literal fur coats on top of their fur coats. Like Mistopheles wearing like a top hat and vest. I'm like, okay, that makes lots of sense. Because you do dress cats up in fun costumes sometimes. But like a fur coat on top of a fur coat? No.
I know. And again, I'm like, just have them be humans.
Yeah. Or do you know, just stick with the pro shot and never make this movie.
Yeah. He's actually doing well with this song, though.
Like, he isn't terrible. Like, I will say, Jason Derulo is not terrible in this.
Because he's doing a thing where he's, like, playing true to the character, but adding just enough of himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also suck for Jason Derulo.
Like, he does have the bit of the riffing in there. Like, I do agree. He is one of the better casting choices.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that riff.
Yep.
Oh, again, why do we need that? Why do we need that comedy?
Like, why are you doing cutaways to Jenny Any Dots? I don't know.
Oh.
See, like, why are they doing this? Like, it's not funny.
Yeah. No.
And you're right, the scale is still way off.
So off.
And they make this very sexual, I have to say.
I know. Well, it's gotta be, though. His name is Rum Tum Tugger.
Yeah, well, I know he is. But, like, just in general, this is a very sexualized thing. And it's like, oh my.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, stop, Rebel Wilson.
See, then he ditches his coat. I'm like, why did he even wear one in the first place?
He's dripping in sex, though. I love it. Like, he's doing this character exactly how it should be done.
Yes.
Like, even in these bizarre situations, they're in, like, a 50s diner. I'm still here.
Having milk.
Oh my god, they're having milk!
Which is like, I don't get how this is possible, because this was like a real restaurant they're breaking into.
It's a milk bar. Okay.
Apparently.
Oh, he wants Victoria.
Apparently a lot of these cats do.
Right.
Like the fact he just shouts milk.
Milk! Yes. Oh, here he goes. Oh, yes, Jason.
I mean, this is why you cast him in the roles, for the riffing.
Like, this is, I can get behind this. I get he's going way off script here, but he's Jason Derulo playing Rum Tum Tugger. Like, he's not denying that, you know?
Yes.
Like, oh my god, butter. Wow. Oh. He's like, I'm attractive.
He's milking it.
Can he just do riffs the whole movie?
And he just drops her.
Yep.
Very Rum Tum Tugger.
Very Rum Tum Tuggery, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Here she comes. Grisabella. The glamour cat. She was always my favorite cat growing up.
That was kind of a cool transition. I like that kind of Rum Tum Tugger kind of comes up to the camera, and then we see it's actually Grisabella. Like, we are Grisabella's eyes in that kind of.
Yes. But she sounds too young. She doesn't sound old enough.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Is Grisabella needs to be old. Like, why would you not cast
Jennifer Hudson is just like brilliant times a bajillion.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like,
she's an Oscar-winning actress.
Her playing this character that's like, her fame days are done.
Yes.
She's kind of withered away. I'm like, no. It's like, listen to this, the butter of your voice, girl.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you just cast Elaine Page or Judi Dench or Betty Buckley, one of the OG Grisabellas? Like, why they cast Judi Dench as Old Deuteronomy? And I'm like, the perfect casting is
you could easily be in the cast. As just like another cat, for sure.
Absolutely. You could have cast her as any cat. You could have made her a female version of Munkustrap if you wanted to, the lead cat. Like, you didn't have to make her Grisabella. Like, why would you not cast Judi Dench? She was supposed to play Grisabella in this.
Oh.
But she just doesn't fit the part, and it's too bad. But she's a beautiful singer. Like one day we will talk about Dreamgirls, where she won the Oscar.
Oh yeah.
And killed it. But she looks like she's trying to do an Anne Hathaway, like snot cry at the camera.
Oh, we can talk about that one day.
Oh, we will get into it, Joe. We will get into it.
Eye roll.
Yeah. Like, once again, why is she wearing a fur coat on top of her fur? I do not get this directorial choice. Like, she would look better if she just didn't have the coat and it was like patchy fur. Like make her look scarred and patchy, you know?
Yeah.
Like fleas. Like, make her look as ugly as possible.
Oh. They're also like too mocky. I feel like what's really good about this song is they are kind of like bullying her.
Yeah.
But in the pro shot, like, they all know who she was before she is what she is now. And there is a little bit of like an envy, a jealousy. Whereas I feel like all of these cats are playing it like, oh, you think you're so good? You think you're better than us? Like, she was better than you in her heyday.
She was the glamour cat. Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm really loving what Francesca's doing with Victoria, though. Like, I get
just wait till she starts to sing, Jill. Let's see if you feel the same way.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The cavity.
Emphasis on the cavity.
Yep. And then, of course, you think he's coming, but it's...
No, it's James Corden. Okay, enough. I'm so done of Rebel Wilson's, like, half-baked puns.
I love Bustopher Jones. I'm sorry. As a cat, I do like him. But I don't like James Corden in this role.
He just looks like a man, though, right now.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really look like a cat.
Right? And that's the problem. I will say this is the best orchestrated of, like, it's closest to the Broadway sound. Like, they should have got... I'm trying to think of a better... Like, I'm trying to think of another, like, big British actor they could have gotten for this. Like, I'm just like, did it have to be James Corden? Seems like we're always casting James Corden in movie musicals.
I know.
See, this is what I don't get. Like, how did she not realize it was Macavity?
Yeah. Where'd she go? Did she just disappear?
Well, apparently Macavity in this has magical powers.
Oh.
Which I'm like, why would you add that to the character? It makes no freaking sense.
Doesn't need to be added at all. This is already quite a far out magical experience.
Yeah.
So Jenny's gone. Did she just bite the dust?
No. You'll see where
Did she bite the dander?
No.
Oh, God. He didn't need to stumble there. That
once again,
was
forced
James
comedy.
Corden,
Just you wait, Jill. There's a moment you're going to roll your eyes so big during this song. Just you wait and see. Also, you should not be eating trash. Bustopher Jones does not eat trash. Like, he's supposed to be, like, in, like, all these clubs eating, like, off the tables. Like, he's like the cat that wanders the dining clubs, and then, you know, like, people feed him, like, bits of chicken, bits of this, bits of that. Like, he's not a cat that eats trash. Like, it just... They missed who this character was supposed to be. He's like the old boy gentleman club cat.
Right.
Like, not what you're... Ugh.
Why? Why? Oh. I want to, like, are all of the actors, like, knowing that this is terrible and maybe they're, like, making it a comedy?
They're taking it seriously. Watch. Like, let's just do a crotch joke. Why not?
Oh. Of course, Rum Tum Tugger's there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, once again, scale.
Also very sexual. And he
So
did not swallow that. Sorry, that was bad. But, like, he didn't swallow any of that champagne.
No. Also, they're singing this song so slow. Like, the song has to have pace. Like, that's the thing. It's like, Lloyd Webber, when he wrote these songs, he had, like, 3 styles of song. It's like either start slow, get big. Also, start fast, go slow, then get big again. Or, like, start fast and then really slow down toward the end. And, like, they just lose the rhythm constantly with all these, like, improv bits.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Like,
the feast.
This is just so annoying. This is not who he's supposed to be. Please never show your wonderful Alice this.
If the cats are as tiny as they actually are, then they must be eating sparrow wings.
Right?
There's no scale in this movie.
No. And that's like, it's like,
now, I clearly know that is a turkey leg, but judging by how big these cats are, that turkey leg would be the frickin' Eiffel Tower. But no, it's smaller than them.
See, once again, I don't get how these cats don't realize it's Macavity.
Also, like, I like that Macavity just has his own song in the regular one too. I don't like that they're like building him up to be like
like he shouldn't he appear, like he shouldn't be seen.
Like the only like through line cat that I like that is constantly kind of brought up is Grisabella. I feel like this is
she's supposed to be because she's the main cat. She's the main focus of the story.
Yeah,
it's her journey to acceptance again.
he's gone.
He is gone. Like, Macavity's not supposed to be actual magic. Now, these are the cats I thought Jill should have played in Cats.
Both of them, or just one of them?
Just one of them. What's her name? Mungo Jerry. Or no,
Mungo
sorry.
Jerry.
No, sorry. She's Rumple Teaser.
Rumple Teaser, yeah.
So this is the version that was the OG orchestrated version for when they were previewing the show. They then changed it to what's in the pro shot. And why they went back to this like spoken jazz.
Because I don't think the girl playing Rumple Teaser is a singer. Because she just sung. So maybe that's why.
Then cast somebody else. Like everybody knows the pro shot.
Hey, listener. Oh, I don't know. She
can't sing. Like she's not. They just made a choice to do the cut version or the cut melody version, and it's like, why would you do this? Like, ugh.
Yeah. I will say this is very weird situations and stuff like that, but the performers are slaying. Movement.
They're slugging it. Like they are trying to make this work.
They're exactly. They're like, you know what? We're just gonna do what we do, and we can't control the direction or the editing of this piece.
Yeah. Like once again, what is the scale in this world? Like she's wearing a necklace of pearls that should theoretically be really big on her. Now, once again, very sexual. This is like a threesome.
Yeah. This whole movie is
like definitely do not show this to Ellis.
No.
Stick with the pro shot, Jill. Stick with the pro shot. Like I just don't like the spoken word melody. Like the other version just has such much better pep to it. Like it has a bit of a and when they assemble for Sunday night dinner like it had a bit more of an energy. You could feel them chaotically going around the house.
They have such like zany energy. Yeah.
Yes.
You're not really getting that with this version.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's faster. Like it's like and it would make more sense.
Is that tofu?
I don't know. Or pate. Maybe it's liver pate.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that rack of ribs? Again, it's spare rib ribs. What is the scale?
I love how that is what's throwing you off is the scaling in this movie.
See, I think this would be the time, if I was drinking, I would go grab another drink. Because, like, it's also a bit boring what they're doing with this version.
Yes, right?
Oh.
Ugh. We should note, everybody, Jill has perfect pitch. So I'm sure anytime they hit an off note, her ear is just going, what is this?
Oh, the boss is going to fall. Sorry. Okay.
I love that, like, tip you off.
Tip me off like the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's also part of, she's now getting choked. You're rude.
She's trapped.
Help her.
They're not good cats, Jill. They're bad influences.
Oh, it's Mephistopheles. He loves her.
He does.
He's like the quirky best friend.
Yes. Also, for some reason, they're doing the instrumental of the Jellicle Ball here. I don't know why.
Oh my god, there's a dog coming in.
Like, also, once again, Mr. Fobbies is not supposed to be literal magic. It's the whole thing of cats are elusive, wonderful creatures who do things. Like, that's the whole point. They're not literal magic cats.
Yeah. Again, they just need to be humans in this version.
They should just made this an animated movie, Joe.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, I'm totally ship these two.
That was the one thing that did happen to me when I saw this in theaters. I was like, okay, I get it.
Get away, dog. Sorry.
You're in the moment.
I get really invested in movies, folks, so... Oh. What is the scene? Oh my god, they are adding so much. This adaptation.
They did not need to add all this.
Growl Tiger?
Yeah, he's the pirate cat. They do like a dramatization of the cat in the show, but in this one they've added him as like as like an actual character.
Right. Oh.
Oh, Ray Winston, what did they do to you?
We're singing notes on the piano, just a simple note.
Yep, Jill, that's it.
Oh.
That actually is funny.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is just so much like bad improv. It's like they didn't have a script. They're just like, here, James Corden, Rebel Wilson, improv for us.
But also, like, why do we need such a big platform for James Corden and Rebel Wilson? Like, this isn't the James Corden and Rebel Wilson.
Well, it's because they cast celebrities. It's because they cast celebrities as these supporting cats. And so they're like, oh, we got to do more than just one song with them. Because in the stage show, like Jenny Anydots and Gus and all those casts, because they're all double casts as other characters.
Yeah.
Don't come back. Like, typically, Old Deuteronomy and Bustopher Jones are the same track. Grisabella is actually like a chorus cat for parts of the show.
Interesting.
And then gets in and out of the makeup for Grisabella. It's not like Fontaine where they're off stage for like half the show.
Right.
But like, I guess because you pay money for Rebel Wilson and James Corden, all these big names, they're going to try and utilize them. But it's like, no.
It just like it takes so much taste out. Like,
it takes a lot of taste out, Joe.
What's this cat's name again? The lead guy?
Munkustrap.
Right. He'd be cool to play too.
Yeah. Well, he's like the lead cat.
Yeah. He's like the narrator.
Yes. Ooh, that was not a good note. So now here we go. So now we're going to get Old Deuteronomy.
So they're all live singing right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes they only had a click track. Sometimes it was piano. Sometimes I forget. I think the other one was like full orchestra, like pre-recorded, like orchestrations. So they were changing them live on set. Like they could hit a button, it would change what you're hearing. So you'll notice like the music just doesn't match. Like they're off on beat sometimes because they're not listening to the same thing because they aren't together. Like, I don't mind them singing live, but you got to agree on, hey, we're gonna backphrase here. We're gonna like
I don't
be on
mind.
beat
I don't
here.
mind that because like they're in like the back alley, so like I kind of don't mind that there's back phrasing.
I don't mind back phrasing either, but it's like if you're gonna do it, everybody has to agree as a group. Where it's like, hey,
like
we're all gonna agree. Like this, yeah, no, this is pretty good on beat. When you're gonna watch like Skimble Shanks and other moments like that, you'll notice that they're not together or they're not dancing on the proper beat. Or Ian McKellen is also, way off. I don't really
like the costume for Old Deuteronomy here. I liked in the pro shot. It's like
when it's just like a big parka,
like almost like
poncho,
burly, gray, tattered vibe. Yes. It's like a cat that's seen a lot of things. It's packed with wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
This is too like show cat clean.
It's like nice Grisabella.
Old Deuteronomy and Grisabella like understand each other.
Yeah,
they're both older cats.
Yeah,
they've gone through it all.
Yep.
And so like there's a beautiful moment and the pro shot when Deuteronomy like sends her off. There's this exchange and this kind of like all-knowing common ground.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like this nice, clean kept, cream colored coat.
Aw, Ian McKellen. Also, Judi Dench does this really weird thing of talking to the camera. You will notice. Yeah. It's like, no, Judi Dench, no. Do not look into my soul as a cat.
Yeah.
Like, at least Ian McKellen knew what he was doing. He's like, yeah I'm doing camp.
Yeah, he does. He knows.
Yeah.
But so did Jason Derulo, too, though.
Yeah.
If they play into the camp.
Like Ian McKellen just did.
Yeah. And like he had like a hairball.
Yeah. Like, why is she wearing a big fur coat? I don't get it.
No, she's too like
she just needs to be one of those big Persian cats with lots of like long fur. Like, I'm not opposed to casting Judi Dench. I just think she should have been Grisabella. Because it would have been a nice moment for her to reclaim that role after she was cut short from it. Like, they did
There's so many production things that could have assisted at potentially lifting this movie.
Yep. But see, the problem was, once the first trailer came out and everybody bashed it, the studio cut a bunch of their funding for the movie. Because they knew they were going to make their money back.
Oh. Again, they're like rats size.
Yeah.
Or like
once again, scale does not make any sense in this. All right, here we go. The Jellicle Ball.
Oh, they're doing aerobics. Like they're like holding plank.
Close. Why all this tail choreography? It's freaking creepy.
Oh, we got some synth.
See, I don't mind the synth because that's like part of the original Broadway show and it works. Like, see how they don't do any dubstep in this? Like, it's just the OG orchestrations. It sounds good. Like, just don't mess with it, people. Also, stop with the hissing. It's freaking weird.
Yeah.
This is like kind of like the horny dance.
The horny dance?
I call it the horny dance.
Okay.
Like, it's all very sexual.
This whole movie is pretty spicy. Also, why does this one cat have red pants? Did they like forget their
Skimble Shanks, the railway cat.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But once again, why is he in that outfit? You don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's to help identify him, but he just looks weird. Aww, Mr. Mustafa's having a moment.
I want them to have kitties.
Jill, so sexual.
But like, they're fun and quirky.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't, like, lust for her.
No, there's other cats who will do that in this.
Yeah. Look, he's like, I'll lift you, no problem.
Like this, I don't have a problem with. This scene, I'm like, okay, I can get on board with this. Like, it's not the Jillian Lynn choreography that I love, but, you know, it works.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes. Yes.
Oh, Jason Derulo. See, he looks better without his coat on.
Mm-hmm.
No! Stop that! Stop
Why?
the dubstep. No.
It's not dubstep. Oh, well, it's beats, I guess, but...
Yeah. See, now we're back to the OG music. And, like, that
was kind of cool.
It wasn't necessary.
Because it's, like, Jason Derulo, Rum Tum Tugger. It's, like, different.
I guess. Oh, what happened? Why did we pause, Jill?
Wait, we're back. We're back.
Okay, good.
You're back, right, Mac?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, we got some backflips. Some Donna Fewer backflips there. And, like, they're chasing Grisabella. Like, if they're just...
She's just watching.
And, I mean, I get there's a moment where they kind of chase her away in the station, but it's not, like, overt.
Oh, why is there this? There doesn't need to be breakdancing.
Because they cast the Les Twins, who are famous French, whatever they're called, dancers. And it's so dumb. It's like, no.
Oh, these are people? I haven't heard of these.
Yeah, they're like actually like big French dancers.
Okay.
That they added to the movie, but it's like, no. Stop that.
I know. We don't need to, like, flex. Again, we're, like, flexing James Corden, flexing Rebel Wilson, flexing these dancers. Like, just do the story.
Yes.
It's kind of
like they're doing the ballet dance, and I'm like, that works. Like, you're sticking with what Jillian Lynn envisioned.
Yeah.
Like, just stick with what worked. This show was the longest running Broadway show behind Phantom. Like, it's one of the biggest West End shows of all time. It worked for a reason. Stop messing with it so much.
Yeah.
Just stick with it. Like, that's why the Pro Shot is still so beloved, because it's just the stage show. In its perfect form. Leave it alone.
Wow, she's like a stunning dancer, Francesca.
Oh, yeah.
Ward. Like,
you should watch.
Cow.
Just YouTube her dancing, like, the Royal Ballet.
Yeah.
She's incredible. I think she's in the Swan Lake that's on Broadway HD that we may do in the future.
Wait, you were doing so well. Why did she get pushed aside?
Who?
Victoria.
She's the new cat. They haven't accepted her yet. They also haven't had to have a reason for her to go outside. Right. And there's Grisabella.
Yes. Okay.
Like, this is her Anne Hathaway snot cry singing moment. Jill looks so confused.
I'm just like, I feel bad for the character, but I can't get behind it being Jennifer Hudson. Like,
yeah, that's the problem.
Or, like, there could have been, because they're already doing these silly, stupid comedy scenes.
Yeah.
Have, like, a really terrible scene with Grisabella and McCavity or something where it's, like, I don't know, or just with Grisabella and the other cats where you, like, see her maltreated or, like, literally flashback to a memory of, like, her falling from grace.
Yes.
Because, like, now this song shows up and I'm like, okay, here's the ballad banger that everyone knows and we're just going to sing it. Like, there's no they're making a story by having like Victoria as the outside eye, and so if they're already putting in the effort with those things, it's weird. It's like they're putting in the effort, which I'm like, oh, this is interesting, but then it's either not followed through or like other moments aren't bolstered up as, do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. And I mean, the other problem is the whole point of Grisabella is that she is neglected and shunned by the group. And if you watch in the stage show, all the young cats that are on stage, all the older cats like ensure that they stay away from Grisabella. So the moment when the young cat does go up and touch her at the end of her big song, it's like, oh, finally, somebody took pity on this poor cat. Having Victoria out there watching, it's like, who's the main character of the story? Is it Victoria? Is it Grisabella? Because in the stage show, it's Grisabella.
This version, definitely Victoria.
Which is not great, because the whole musical is built around the return.
But it's cool. Like, they're doing a good job of showing Victoria as the outcast, outsider, new kid on the block. Mm-hmm. There needs to be, it almost needs to run parallel. Like, Victoria and Grisabella as, like, the outsiders, and how are their journeys the same and how are they different? But they're not doing that legwork.
See, this is the problem right here.
Grisabella.
She's going to go try and touch her. And it's like, do not touch Grisabella. Her big belting note is, touch me. It's so easy to leave me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, like, either Monka Strap or somebody else should come out.
Oh, she's singing. Victoria's singing.
Yeah. This was the Taylor Swift song that she added to the show. Oh. Autumn did not like her singing. Autumn's face when she started singing.
This is a Taylor Swift song that's added to the movie?
Taylor Swift and Lloyd Webber wrote the song together. Not based on not based on any poem from the book, just they wrote it on their own.
Okay. Interesting. This is quite an adaptation. Like, this is not a true carryover.
Yeah.
I wonder what Brian would think of this.
He should add it to his dissertation.
Right, oh my gosh.
But like, Francesca Hayward, I love you. You're a wonderful dancer. But singing just, no.
No, I disagree. Listen, I've had to listen Amanda Seyfried sing. So and I'm saying that live on air. If I can get past her non-vibrato cassette and still be here, this isn't terrible.
That's a pretty low bar, though, Jill.
I think she's doing fine, and she's acting it. Like, this is the thing, I love performers who, like, sing of the threats, like, singing is the bottom. Mm-hmm. They're aware of it, and at least they're packing it with, like, acting and movement, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. And she's also like the new young cat, so I can kind of give her a bit of a get out of jail free card.
Yes, but like, once again, I go, just like, you don't need to give this character a song. Like, just have her watch. You don't need to have her sing a song. Like, once again, this is Grisabella's story. If you're gonna add more stuff to the story, give more to Grisabella. Like, have the opening prologue be a flashback to her in Macavity, or her fall and going with Macavity, and then getting rejected by Macavity, and then have her show up for Jellicle Songs for Jellicle Cats in the opening number.
Yeah, it's
and
very
she gets rejected from that.
Like, yeah.
Like, if you're going to do something, expand the Grisabella role a bit more. I don't need another young cat, oh boo-hoo me. At least you have your beautiful memories, even though they're not great memories. Like, it's like, oh, just pick a lane, Tom Hooper. Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem, is he's trying to straddle two different storylines. It's like, you see, it makes sense. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. And then we have Judi Dench, who can do no wrong. I just don't know how, I mean, it's just like, Judi Dench is so good. Like, why would you put her in this role and set her up to, like, not do well? Like, cast her as Grisabella. Like, that's the role she should have been in this.
I don't know if she has a strong enough singing voice for that, though.
I guess. So
you know what I
maybe
mean?
So maybe keep her as Old rather than
interesting...
cast like Elaine Page, Betty Buckley,
or like Patty LuPone or something.
Patty LuPone will never work with Lloyd Webber again after Sunset Boulevard.
True.
Plus, also Patty would never play like the damsel broken Grisabella. That's not the role she would play.
She's too high class. Like,
if anything, she would be If anything, Patty would have made a great Jenny Any Dots.
Jenny Any Dots, yeah.
That's the role she should have been if you're going to cast Patty LuPone. Like, once again, Betty Buckley, Elaine Page, Liz Calloway, some of these older great dames of Broadway is who should have been in that role. Sorry, J-Head. You're awesome. But just not in this role. Isn't she already going to go see the Jellicle Choice? I don't know why she needs to like be re-invited by you.
Well, she seems shunned from the crowd.
I guess. See, like, I give Ian McKellen full credit. Like, he is going full hand.
You are literally lapping up milk.
Like, I give him full credit on this one. Like, he knows what he's doing and he just owns it. Only problem is he can't sing on rhythm. Which will be a problem when he gets to his song. Because you will hear the oboe in the organ score trying to mention.
That has like dementia, though, right? So, like, again, maybe that can work. The fact,
but it's a song. Like, the song and the music go together. The lyrics and the music go together when they're not on rhythm with each other.
Because
I do, Jill. As a singer, you've talked to me about bad back phrasing and stuff. Or they're not.
I know, but if it's justified by the character, though, then I'm not mad about it. Like the fact that he's losing his mind and his heydays in the past. It's kind of like, to me, dramaturgically, that could be showing that deterioration. You know?
I guess. Cross pause. Instead of cross your fingers, cross.
Oh, yeah.
Like, watch him. So, listen to the orchestration. They're trying to keep time with him, the clarinet or the oboe. Whatever the main instrument is. Like, he's got no rhythm. He's just monologuing. It's like, buddy, I love you. But, like, there's a rhythm to this music.
Oh.
See what I mean now, Jill?
Yeah.
Like, there is a fine line between character back phrasing and just not going with the rhythm at all. And just doing your own damn thing.
This is, again, the epitome of, like, I despise when they cast the star versus the actual trained performer.
And the thing is, Ian McKellen can sing well, not great well, and he can't sing on because he did it as Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast. So it's like not impossible for him to do, but once again, when you're singing live, that's what Tom Hooper's whole thing was that sing live, we'll follow you with the orchestration. It's like, no, no, sir,
Who's
no.
The guy who plays is Norm? His first name I think is Norm, who plays Javert in one of the Les Mis.
Norm Lewis.
Norm Lewis. He would make a good Gus.
I would actually like to see him as. I'd like to see more as an old Deuteronomy.
Yeah, he would do.
You do much better at that because
I think he could be cast as any of.
True, I still think Norm was there for Touch Cats. He'd be like, keep me away from this show. Like, I'll give it to Ian McKellen, and it's one-man show he does where he recites the poem. He does great, because he's not having to go on rhythm. But here it's like, buddy, there's a rhythm to the song, and you're not doing it. Like, I will give it to him. He is just having a grand old time.
Yeah, he's just killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Judy's old Deuteronomy is about it. She's like, Gus.
Well, I mean, the two of them have great chemistry. I mean, when they played the Mackers together, Like, they've had a long history together, the two of them. So, and that's the nice thing, is you can see that together. And I mean, like, just the looks between those two great actors, you can tell there is a relationship, a past history. That, maybe they did have a little thing back in the day, the two of them, in their youth.
He's really scratching that same spot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, scratch your itch and go somewhere else or stop scratching.
Yep.
It's like a tick. Do you know what else? So, like, I wonder how many of these actors who aren't singers or, like, didn't come from a Broadway background are really not familiar with singing live on set.
Not many people are, because it's not commonly done.
Credit, but someone who's coming from, like, Broadway or musical theater background, they're used to just singing live and on the spot. So I feel like that would be easier to be like, now I'm on a film set, but, like, I have to be live and I have to sing out anyways, as opposed to, like, a filmic actor being like, oh shit, I have to do this, like, live. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it would be harder, like, the latter way, you know? So, like, I wonder too, like, Constant Scratch was like, he had a lot going on in his brain. He's like, am I getting the words right? Am I singing on pitch? What's happening? I'm just going to do this itch and not remember that I'm itching.
Like, for me, I just go, I don't mind singing live on set. But what Tom Hooper does is says, don't worry, actors. Sing on whatever beat you want, and we will follow you in post. And it's like, that's not how you orchestrate. That's how you kill your conductor. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, what I would do is say, yeah, let's sing live on set, but hey, conductor, sit down with the actor, choose 5 different ways to sing the song, like back phrase here, sing on beat here. So then when you get to do, hey, we're going to do take 5 and we're going to do version 3 of the song. So the orchestra can go, okay, we know exactly where we're going, and it's all agreed to.
Yeah.
Versus, like, just willy-nilly, like, hey, McKellen, say the lyrics, and don't worry, the clarinet will follow you. It's like, no, that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, technique for the clarinet. That's not fair to them. Oh yeah, now we're on Skimbleshanks. And, like, why they have Monkestrap singing this and not Skimbleshanks?
Got step into the Macavity book.
Yes. Well, yeah. Once again, Macavity's picking people off. She's like, did not need that plot.
No.
Or, you know what? If you're gonna do it, just have him, like, Macavity, like, have a trap door on the stage that he's, like, able to, like, hit the, like, pull a rope and they go through the floor or something.
Yeah.
And also, this guy cannot sing on pitch.
Yeah, he's not great.
Yeah, Autumn was so upset when we saw this live because this is her favorite tat. Just like, why is he singing flat? But I will give it to him. Like, you can watch his feet, and he is trying to keep the beat, but you can tell the music is off. Like, watch him try and keep the beat. I also do like the tap concept of the tap music, the tap shoes are the tune. Like, that is cool.
Oh, cool.
But once again, why is a cat wearing shoes? Like, some cats wear shoes, some cats don't wear shoes. Some cats wear pants, some cats wear fur coats. It's like, make a choice, Tom Hooper. Make a choice, sir. Do you tap dance, Jill?
I did as a kid, up until I was like 4. Well, I did it for like a year.
Okay.
And then I had to tap dance I did a contract with Paper Bag Princess.
Right.
And then I actually took a tap dance class
about
a month ago. Big gap. And I want to take it up again. I just find it so fun.
I'd love to learn how to tap dance.
Rhythm is like key, obviously, for tap. So I might take my friend Amy L. I cannot pronounce her last name. It's like Louis Tien. Apologies, Amy. She hurt herself. Is like, don't say my last name. But she is an amazing tap dancer in Toronto, and I want to take classes with her in the winter, probably. Yeah. So that's that.
So watch his foot here. Like, he is tapping the beat, but the music is not following his foot. Also, now somehow all the cats have tap shoes. Like,
yeah,
what is this?
But it's a tap number. I don't know.
Like, you don't need the tap though. Like, it's cool, but it's like,
oh,
like now we're in freaking Riverdance for some reason. Also, why are we changing lyrics?
Like, why do they need to do scale of the guard? Like, you're already doing so many non-scale things. Oh.
Like, now we have cats getting into bed with each other. It's like, so raunchy. Ugh. Not the little mouse.
Yeah.
Like, see, now they're somehow magically back in the theater.
That's kind of cool.
Like, I don't mind it, but once again, it's like, oh. Like, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, that was not a good end.
See, once again, like, why is he flying?
Well, it's because
Macavity, but it's like, you don't need to make him fly. Stop it. Macavity's not a magic cat.
In this version, he is.
Which is not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
Also, like, I feel like they actually have to be feared. Like, there's already so many fish to fry with Macavity. Like, why are they shunning Grisabella and Victoria?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, if there's like this ominous, dark force, stop being bullies.
Oh, here she comes, Joe.
Who is this?
T Swift. It's Bum Ballerina. Oh. And she's giving them all catnip, apparently.
Oh.
Which apparently back in the 1920s was like a drug in like clubs you could take.
Oh, wow.
So there is like a historical reference to this. But I was like, no, not necessary. Also, apparently now, Rumpelteazer and Mungo Jerry there are also bad cats.
Oh, they're all on the... Yeah.
Ugh, no. Like, why they made this a solo and not the duet that's in the show, which sounds a lot better.
Yeah. She's actually not doing terrible, because again, I feel like a Jason Derulo. It's like, I am Taylor Swift playing Bubblerina, so I'm at my concert, and I'm just performing this for y'all. Like,
but she's talk singing a lot of it. It's not real, like on stage, like they do vocalize this a bit more.
Yeah.
Like a snake. Like, I will give it to Taylor Swift. She's giving it her all.
Yeah, she is. She is. She's dripping in that prowess, too.
Yes. Like, what would have been great is have a scene between Taylor Swift and Grisabella. Because it's like a reflection, right? Like, it's like what happened to Grisabella is probably what's going to happen to Taylor Swift in the end.
Right.
So, like, why wouldn't you do something of an interaction there if you're going to do that type of expansion to the story? Mm-hmm. Like, that's usually sung, that line. So it's like,
Right.
why is she talk singing a lot of this? We know she can sing.
I don't mind it. Again, it's like every actor who plays roles,
True.
like, you're allowed to put your own take on it. Like,
true. Like, there's the original music again. Like, why are they changing lyrics again?
oh. Wow, it's just like
they're really drugging him.
Cats and catnip.
Yeah.
There he is.
And see, he's without his coat. And he's brown.
Right.
He's not ginger. Like, it's very clear he's a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. Like, the lyrics are very clear. Like, that's what bugs me, is when a lyric is very clear about, like, this. It's like watching Beauty and the Beast and, like, not following what Gaston is supposed to look like. Like, he's supposed to be the size of a barge.
Yeah.
Like, he's brown. He's like a brownish black cat. He's not ginger.
Yeah.
It's like, Tom Hooper, follow lyrical direction.
Yeah, they could have just made his, like, fur more rusty colored.
Like, make him look like Taylor Swift. Like, she's a ginger cat. Like, that's what she should look like. Like, even Judi Dench is more ginger than Macavity.
Yeah.
And I mean, that whole concept goes back to, in the early 1900s, it's Scotland, right? Like Macavity's a Scottish cat. He's ginger.
Yeah.
Like, that's the time when, like, they weren't hiring Irish and Scots, right? Like, that was a historical thing they were doing in that moment in history.
Yeah.
So it's like, there is a undertow of historical...
Why is he the only one that had colored contacts, too?
Once again, they did not know how to make Macavity. Like, it should have been David Tennant. That's who they should have cast as Macavity. Like, the guy from Doctor Who.
Or just, like, don't give Idris Elba colored contacts.
Or make him ginger, like he's supposed to.
Or, like, give some of the other cats colored contacts. Like,
maybe.
Oh.
Like, I will give it to Judi Dench. She's trying to, like, imbue those lines with, like, some actual dramatic. Like, I love how they're forcing, like, some drama into this.
Yeah.
It's, like, not necessary.
You don't need it.
Like, I also don't get why Macavity would want to go to the heavy side, though, when he's got magical powers.
Yeah.
Like, at least make Macavity an older, grizzled war cat, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, something else to give him a reason. Also, apparently now we're having Deuteronomy walk the plank.
Oh my god.
What? Such a bad line. You'll never be my genital choice. It's like, oh, Tom Hooper.
Oh, dude.
Like, and I'm also like, why would you add this fake actress when there is a literal fight between Macavity, Rum Tum Tugger, and Munkustrap in the show?
Yeah.
It's like, why would you add fake problems when there's literally one written into the show for you?
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Choices.
But did she just propose?
No idea. Oh, Mr. Mistopheles.
Oh.
Which, once again, yes, in the show he does magic Deuteronomy back, but it's like a magical moment, right?
Yeah.
It's like the one time it's like Daenerys surviving the fire in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness, one time she actually had really cool magical powers. It's not supposed to be magic in this world. Like, oh, Joe. This is hurting my head.
I'm kind of like, I'm here for, I'm going to say right now, like, I thought it was going to be way worse than it actually is. Because here's the thing. I think conceptually, yes, it's like, what the hell am I watching?
Mm-hmm.
But again, the performances
Mm-hmm.
are good, are great. Like, it's like the concepts they find themselves in, not great. But like, what they're doing with it, it's not terrible.
Oh, Jill.
But like, seriously though, like, everyone's acting. Like, no one is, you know, it's not like I'm watching bad acting, you know? Or like bad dancing.
I mean, the actors are doing the best with what they can.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I mean, I never faulted the actors. It's the direction and the adaptation that is bad.
Yes.
Like this song here. So this has a very clear rhythm to it, which is like slow, drawn out, and then fast. But like they're going to intercut this with other stuff. And it's like, no, you're killing the rhythm all the time. It's like, there's a rhythm and a rhyme to way Lloyd Webber, who's a brilliant composer, writes his songs. So,
right. Oh, he's singing it for himself.
Yes. See, look, now scale, this pencil.
Because Rum Tum Tugger sings it in the pro shot,
Rum Tum Tugger does sing it.
That's another reason why I want to be
See, look, so now watch. So they keep trying to, like, summon Deuteronomy back, and it's like, it keeps killing the pace of the song. And it's like, why would you make that choice?
Yeah.
It's not doing what you think it
would. It's like the most iconic song of the piece, too.
It's,
like, I don't remember.
Memory, I would say, is more iconic, but this is very much.
Well, that, yeah, like, but of, like, the jazzier bits, like, as a kid, I remember listening to this.
Yeah, me too. Like, pick up the pace, buddy. Like, it's a faster song. Like it's not this slow.
Yeah.
Also, he's not singing it. Rum Tum Tugger, like, riffs the hell out of this song.
Yeah, I know. It's another, I gotta be Rum Tum Tugger one day, man.
I look forward to the solo, Joe.
Oh. My hero, aww. Why? Why do they have the mice children?
I don't know, Jill. I don't know. So watch, they're gonna try and do it again. It's like, kill the pace. It's like, let the air out of the balloon. It's like, just get the rhythm. Like, come on. Come on, people. I think Lindsay actually did Cats, if I'm not mistaken.
Lindsay Middleton?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure she did Cats. Really? I think so.
She's the one that I want to take the tap dance classes with.
Ask her. I think she did Cats. I think she's done either a performance of Cats or something with Cats.
Okay.
Or maybe she saw it in Toronto when it was here last. I don't know. I remember her talking about Cats once. Like, they're just killing the pace. Stop singing.
She's not terrible, Mac. Honestly, compared to Amanda Seyfried, she's brilliant.
That's a low bar, Joe. That's like saying she's better than Russell Crowe.
Again, she's like acting it, and she's not she's not singing like off notes.
True, she's not completely off note. I will give her that.
Yeah.
I just remember Autumn just shaking her head so much in this movie. Like, by the end, we were crying with laughter. The old couple in front of us was not impressed with us laughing so much.
Oh, is that Jason Derulo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, they just killed the rhythm of the song.
Yeah, this song is just in
the
dumpster for this version.
Yeah.
So sad. It's like one of my faves.
Bob. Like, it's supposed to be like, you know, it's like meant to get everybody's hopes back up.
Yeah. Oh, he did it. So there's
but
a
it's
really
like,
delayed reaction.
It was a very delayed reaction. It's like, if you were really going to do this, you should have kept intercutting with Judi Dench on the plank.
Yeah.
Like, have her be, like, right up to the edge before that last verse.
Oh my god. Sorry, I ship Victoria and Mistopheles yet.
Jill, I'm sure there is fan fiction out there that, like, he should not be flying.
But he's a magician.
But it's like cat magic. It's like, that's the joy of a cat. A cat is like, you hear them here, but really they're over there. Like, the spoon goes missing off the table. Where'd the spoon go? Who knows? It appeared out in the garden. The cat hid it on you. Like, that's what the cat's supposed to be. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yay. Oh my god, they're meowing.
Yeah, they're meowing at him.
Wait, why? Why are they meowing? Why is that the first time they've ever been meowing?
Jill's dramaturgical brain is breaking.
No. Oh.
I love how his magic word's meow.
Why is she just doing that now? You could have done that the whole time, Jenny.
Like, this is like this is where the fight music is coming from.
Oh my god, stop. What is happening?
This is just so
What
bad.
is happening? Ew. Okay, also, fight choreo, terrible.
It's so bad. I love how, like, Skimble shanks his magic power.
Whoa, yes, it's Gus that puts him down, though.
I love how Skimble shanks' magic power is that he can tap dance.
Yeah. Wait, what is happening?
Ian McKellen.
Gus.
What the hell are these actors doing?
Oh my god. I want to just, like, hear all their experiences being a part of this film.
They did not have one. So, this is the problem. She should not be going to Grisabella. No, you do not sing this now.
But she's kind, though. She's, like, the kind heart that is like,
But it's not supposed to happen yet. Not till after Touch Me. The whole point of the moment is nobody touches Grisabella until she says, touch me.
And maybe it's like a universal touch me, right? Of, like, everybody.
No! It kills the moment. The whole point
She's
of
like,
that...
this one pure soul can do it. Then why can't everyone else? You know?
No, Jill, no. No.
I mean...
No, the whole point of the song is...
Does she touch her here, though?
Watch her. She's gonna touch her. Watch her. It's like the minute you touch Grisabella, she knows no point of singing a song.
Oh, but then maybe that instilled in her, like, oh, right, I can be touched. So then she's, again, screaming.
But Grisabella already wants to be touched. It's not a discovery of, I can't be touched. She's wanting touch. The whole point of her is touch and acceptance from the group. That's why she belts that big note. It's like, don't touch Grisabella. The one golden rule. She has a big line in her big song about touch me.
Jason Derulo is a shout out for me in this movie, man. He is just giving the side little bits of him reacting. I'm very impressed.
I agree. Jason Derulo is not bad at all. But it's like, stop touching her. Like, she should just walk in on her own. And Deuteronomy should do exactly what they do in the stage show.
Maybe, again,
Deuteronomy brings her in.
And everyone else, like, sees this outsider.
But that's not the story.
Well, in this adaptation, maybe.
Oh, no, Jill. Just stick with the stage show.
Justify the whole time.
Oh, if Autumn were here, she would kill you at this point. She'd be like, no, Jill. No.
But I'm like, it already is what it is, right? So you might as well make hay while the fire is
But there's
burning,
certain dramaturgical rules that this show has. It's just, don't touch Grisabella. She is supposed to be the neglected, shunned cat. It's her story.
Here's where I'm more like disturbed about is not disturbed is a very strong word, but like again, it's just like what was the build up here? It's like we're gonna bring you into the center of a circle, and then automatically she's like, well, let's crack open my memory jar. It's like if you already have these little tiny scenes, vignette scenes sliced in of character interaction, like we just saw with Idris Elba and Judi Dench, have her be like, are you all gonna listen for a second? Are you all gonna like actually care about what I'm gonna say? Because what like have her have an outburst, right? And
well, in the stage show, what it is, she tries to dance, right? And she falls because she has the bad leg. And it's like that right there tells the whole story. She's trying to be accepted, and they shun her for it.
Like Francesca, like bringing Jennifer into the middle of the room. Here's your spotlight. Sing. You know,
it doesn't
not, like,
work.
Serving the story.
Yeah. Like, just have her come in and dance or do something. Like,
and have her. Why are they paying attention to her now? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's like
it almost should be. She comes in, she tries to dance, she falls. The cats go to leave, and Deuteronomy stops them all, and like holds out her arms and says, "Stop and listen." Like this is her Anne Hathaway moment. It's like, oh, honey. Jennifer Hudson. Like, just cast Elaine Page.
Well, Elaine Page is probably much older now, though, right?
She's in her 60s.
Oh, okay.
Like, she started the role when she was, like, in her 30s.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So she's in her 60s now. But, like, that's how old Grisabella is supposed to be. Like, I just don't get why Grisabella's the one that gets to go to the heavy side there. Like, at least in the stage show, it's like, Grisabella is old and dying. Like, she's on her last legs. Jennifer Hudson is like, I don't believe you're on your last legs, girl. Like, ditch the ugly coat, you know? It's like...
You can tell she is, like, a trained singer, though, because she's, like, purposefully singing downtrodden and emotional and bad, which I love. Like, I love when that happens. Because that, to me, is the epitome of, like, you're still singing it well. You're just adding so much emotion that the emotion and the acting is overpowering the musicality. And that's real. That's human to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, like,
see, this is where they need to touch her.
She doesn't have to think about the musicality. It's just in her.
See, look, she's touching her. It's like, don't touch her. She has a big line saying, touch me. Do not touch Grisabella. Right? Here it comes. She already touched you. The moment is ruined. I know. Like, it's like, you've already been touched, girl. Like, you already found acceptance in another cat. It's like, ugh. Like, she's not a bad singer. Like, it's just, the interpretation is wrong. Like, you can tell
again, the adaptation is not serving her, though. The fact that we've been following Victoria's journey is already deterring from, like, Grisabella's point of view.
That's what I mean,
And every time she's on set, it's the thing with, like, with Rebel Wilson and, like, James Corden, it's like comedy is their thing, right? So, first of all, blanket statement, they're flexing all these star actors and not being shy about it.
No.
So with, like, at least with Rebel Wilson and, like, James Corden, the comedy is unnecessary, but it's like that's their entryway. Whereas with Jennifer Hudson, it's like the brilliancy of her musicality is her entryway. Well, that's not really a plot moving device unless you set up other stuff around that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I exactly what you mean.
Because like like every musical, like the singing and the dancing should be an overbubbling reaction to the actual feelings, right? It's a classic thing of like you sing and you move when actual words and language can no longer express how you're feeling. So you have to delve into these deeper art forms.
Yes.
Where when like, it's just obvious they're kind of holding her to the light as listen to her voice, listen to how she sings this song. But I'm like, it's stunning, it's beautiful, but how does it weave into the rest of the piece?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, she's the Jellicle choice.
Yes, she is.
Amazing.
And see, this was funny. So, watch it. So, what happens next is you're going to see it. It's going to be Francesca Hayward singing again. So, Autumn, which we should go, seriously, this girl is singing again? Like, Autumn did not like her singing at all in this movie. This is where I started laughing because it's like, we don't need Francesca Hayward to sing here. Like, see, this one would be so much more powerful if she had never touched her beforehand.
Yeah.
Girl, you do not need to sing. Stop it. Like, in the stage show, it's just instrumental as all the cats touch her. And it's beautiful. It's like, you don't need this moment. Stop it. It's like, no. Like, stop trying to force these two characters together. It's like, Victoria and Grisabella are not the same. Stop it. Like, her dancing here is beautiful.
But, like, she could have been in her day, right? Like, this, again, I don't see it being that big of an issue that Victoria and the cat in the actual show is interchangeable.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Especially
because Victoria in the actual show is the first cat that has, like, the solo piece.
Yeah, she's the dance cat. She's
That's
the main
kind of a
female
good
dance cat.
catalyst to, like, Grisabella learning her track of, like, oh, she was probably a Victoria in her day.
Mm. So this is right out of the book. That they go up in a hot air balloon. I'll see if there's a picture in the book.
Okay.
Where would it be? Is it Jellicle Smith? Where is it here? Like, them going up in a hot air balloon is what's in the book. So I do appreciate they went back to the book for this.
That is kind of cool that it's a chandelier.
Right? Like, I don't mind. Oh, it's also very Lloyd Webber. As you know, he wrote Phantom. He has an affinity for chandeliers.
There she goes. Oh.
There she goes. Did I have a picture of it in here?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Macavity. It's not your time.
See, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to have him show up there. His story is done. And also, in the stage show, he dies. He gets electrocuted.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't they just have that?
Oh my god. Oh, James Corden.
Oh, that harmony. Also scale. Oh, no.
Like, props to the people who are actually singing and trained singers in the scene. Because, like, you know that none of those stars can sing like that.
Yeah, no. Rebel Wilson could not sing.
Aside from, like, Jennifer Hudson and maybe Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
But even, like, that style, you know?
Okay, this is creepy.
Yeah, she's really looking at us.
Yeah.
Judy,
no.
stop.
Like, also, this is not supposed to be a tuxing song. Like, if you look at the way the men sing, the way the males sing it in the show,
I sort of like
it's
she has
big.
like zero makeup on.
Yeah.
It's like disturbing me as to how human they left her face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, add like a patch or something. Like, it literally.
It's just Judi Dench.
Like the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz.
It's well, even Cowardly Lion had a bit more facial lion features.
Yeah, like protruding and stuff. But
yeah. Stop looking at me, Judi Dench. Like that big note, that so first your memory. Like you look at the notes. Those are big notes for a bass to sing. And it just beats.
She
it
can't
just doesn't
sing
have.
that note.
I know, but that's my problem. Is if you're going to cast somebody as old Deuteronomy, you need to have someone who has that big voice.
Jennifer Hudson being Deuteronomy.
No, too young. Deuteronomy's supposed to be like ancient.
He's
like a very ancient old cat.
But I think there's something like if you have like a younger person playing that wiser position, like I don't think it can't be done. I do agree with you though. Deuteronomy has to have one of the most bolstering voices in the cast. Regardless of who you cast, you know?
Apparently they were going to try and get James Earl Jones to play the part. Like Darth Vader voice.
Again, I feel like actors who are that old, they just don't have the same endurance in their voices like they used to.
Depends on how they kept themselves.
You gotta go with like a middle ground.
Well, if you get someone like Elaine Page who's in her 60s to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Once again, Judi Dench is in her 80s in this.
Yeah.
Which, God bless her. I love Judi Dench. Don't get me wrong. I am a Judi Dench fan through and through. But it's just like bad direction on how to do this song.
Yeah.
It's just like, Tom Hooper, how did you direct this?
Also, it's like two looking at me with like this.
This would scare Ellis. This would scare Ellis. He'd be like, no.
More so like Hadley would be like, I don't want to watch anymore.
So see, when I watched the Pro Shot back when I was a kid, I got so scared of McCavity, I left the room and missed Elaine Page doing Memory. The first time I watched it with my great aunt and uncle. This was their favorite show. That they're like, come back, Mac. It's fine. I'm like, no. Ooh. Jill's face right now tells you exactly how she's hearing those notes.
Well, it's more so that I'm like, I know that half the people that they're showing on camera are not hitting those notes. And it's really aggravating. Oh, Mistopheles. And okay, that right there. Mistopheles and Victoria. Cuties. Oh.
Like, I just feel like this would be such a weird thing to film with Judi Dench. Like, doing all these head rubs. I'm just like,
I know.
I can't imagine doing that with Judi Dench.
I know. I'd be like, Judi, are you okay? Are you okay? Bye.
Yeah. I hope they have what's that called now, Jill? The intimacy coordinator.
Yeah.
I hope they put that on this set.
Yeah. Because it's very like interesting, weird movements. Oh, and we're done.
We're done.
Okay.
Oh, Jill.
I obviously didn't love it, but I was surprised as to what I watched. Like, I actually thought it was gonna be like, wow, the acting is terrible, including the plot being weird, and like, for what was served and what was given to these performers, they did what they could.
They did what they could. That's not a glowing review, Jill.
Well, no, it's like when you're trapped in a position of like a bad script and a bad screenplay and like freaking CGI badness. At least like you're digging yourself out of multiple holes. Like, I gotta say too, like Jason Derulo. That's my favorite part of this whole thing.
Debacle?
Yeah.
Was Jason Derulo. A lot of miscast.
A lot of the whole thing was misscaled. So part of my reaction is just like, why are we so tiny?
Like, why is that pencil like smaller than the cat? Like,
Yeah, and like a rack of ribs. No. You can't have the rack of ribs on the table be massive, and then when the cat holds them, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Make a choice. Make a choice. Any choice.
And there was just like a lot going on too. Like, we did not need to jump to all those different locations. Jeez.
No.
There's probably like 80 different locations.
Just keep it all in that theater.
One song.
Yeah, keep it in that theater. That's all you needed. Keep it in that theater. We don't need the milk bar, or we don't need any of that. Just.
Are we letting the credits roll?
It's almost done.
Okay.
Like, I hope Spielberg looked at this and went, take my name off this project. Also,
I see yellow writing on the black screen. I'm like, I don't feel like that's what I watched. Because it was an adaptation.
Yeah.
But, like, definitely wasn't true, too. Now, here's the thing, too. Like, because the stage play is vignettes, there is a lot of wiggle room for adaptation. So, like, I'm not discrediting, and I've talked about this on Cup of Hemlock as well. I don't like that we revere musicals as such, like, packaged deals that cannot be touched. Whereas plays, we see it can be a playground, no pun intended, and we can work this or tweak this and recast that and set in a different era and take a different take on the story. But with musicals, there's this thing of like, it can't be touched or it has to be done this way, which I disagree with. I think also there needs to be a bit more massaging out of some musicals, and there should be, and there can be.
Chicago's a great example. That was a great adaptation. Chicago.
Of what? Sorry?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Like that, like after seeing it at Stratford, I realized just how much book scene stuff was added to that show. And it works. It's such I would actually prefer the movie to the show. Like, yeah, way better. So like, sometimes it doesn't. This just did not work as an adaptation.
Yeah, and especially with a show like this where there isn't really a through line as a backbone to kind of spiral your own take on.
Right.
Because it's vignette-y, it's like there's so much room to do adaptation, but you have to have a choice. You can't have like 4 ideas bubbling all at once and in the same vein. Is it like, are you going to be focusing more on character development in these book scenes to be kind of meat and potatoes to the already like wonderful songs? That I could get behind, but it was inconsistent, right? It's like, why do we have a 2-hander in this? And then we don't get a 2-hander for so much time. And then also there's characters that need a 2-hander, aka Grisabella, that don't get that.
Yes.
Right? Or is it, do we put all of these songs in a spotlight on a pedestal? Like, what does it mean when like each character steps up for their time to express why they should be the number one pick? And have that trope be the same, right? Where it's like all eyes are on this performer, and like, what can you show us? What can you do? Almost like a talent show kind of vibe. Yeah,
well, that's what this show is. It's a talent show. It's a backwards show where the I Want song is the 11 o'clock number. Like, like the big like the big I Want song, like the Part of Your World song, is Memory. That's the big song. Like Grisabella, because it's her story, at least on the stage, is Touch Me. She wants to be accepted. She wants to be touched. She wants to be brought back into the fold. That is the I Want song. All these other songs are like expositionary, kind of like they're not I Want songs. They're I Am songs, which is what a lot of villain songs are in shows. It's I am this.
I think like this song being done too in the 21st century, or this musical rather being done in the 21st century, there's so much to play up of like the selfishness that is society at large, right? And how everyone is kind of in their own lane and very individualistic and are a part of this group or are a part of this squad, you know, but don't actually care about those around them, right? Like I feel like every other cat except from Grisabella and in this adaptation, Victoria, that see like the truthfulness in connection and community and what does it mean to see someone else and honor them for who they are, right? And like how do each of these, because you can see through the lens of Victoria in this too, like kind of the unpacking of like, how do each of these cats, like I'm learning about them, but how are they learning about each other? Or what do they do with each other? Yeah. And to me, it's like, if you're going to do cats now, that's something like bleed into that, because I feel like that has so many like it's real life. Like that's,
Mm-hmm.
it's what we
Mm-hmm.
struggle with in the
Mm-hmm.
modern society. True connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just so much that lost potential that could be,
Mm-hmm.
again, these running parallel cats that are like the youngest and the oldest cat that are, in age and demeanor, absolute opposite.
Yeah.
But truthfully, deep down, they see the core of catmanity, or like, like humanity, like, and then in contrast with everyone else. And I think it's funny because then you have Old Deuteronomy too, where like they are kind of your omniscient character, if you will, and they are well revered and they're wise, but there isn't as much of like I think they kind of soaked that in, as opposed to like genuinely caring. Like, I don't know, in the pro shot at least, like that's, I kind of like that Deuteronomy is just this revered character, and
he's the
cares
father
about
of cats.
Isabella, but doesn't care enough to step in and tell them that they're out of place.
Exactly.
Whereas you have like the cats who aren't in the limelight, like again in this adaptation, Isabella and Victoria, who are like, we're outsiders, we want to fit in, but at the end of the day, like they are the true like
I get you.
cats.
I get you.
I'm deep diving here. I'm still sober, everyone. I'm just really cracking open. What does cats mean now?
Oh no.
But yeah, I think this definitely missed the mark because it was leaning too much into, looky here, here's a star. This is what they're good at, so let's do that. I'm like, okay, but here's a star who's in like a very well revered musical. Like it's the classic thing of when I don't do it so much now, but I used to sing anthems for professional sports teams.
Right.
And it's funny, my grandpa, when I would watch, baseball games or football games or whatever with him, he used to hate when performers would make anthems their own. Yeah. And like, I agreed with that because I was like, and so when I would perform, I would sing it true to how anthems are written. Like I've done the Canadian and the American one, because it's like, you're not there to perform. You're not there to be like, hello, everyone, I'm Jillian Robinson performing at Ricoh Coliseum. Like, no, you're like, I am standing in to sing a respectful song honoring the countries that are about to play this game. Like your only job is to be the vehicle or the device to sing the song, and then you leave. Like that's your, it's kind of similar in that of like, this is not time for like a Rebel Wilson wisecrack joke. Yes. That's not what's happening here. And I don't think I kind of want to blame Tom Hooper. Like, I feel like that's a directing thing.
It is. It's a complete directing mistake.
Be yourself. Or like, remember that joke you said in the green room? Say it now. Like, like.
Don't mess with the crazy cat lady. It's like, oh.
Yeah. So it's saddening because that definitely, it's the epitome of star-studdedness. Yeah. Right? Where it's, okay, great. We're just watching stars with the backdrop of cats behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Except Jason Derulo.
Except Jason Derulo. And on that note, we will wrap it up here for today. Jill, thank you so much for joining us for your first ever live movie musical commentary. You'll be back in November. Let's pull up our calendar here, Jill. You'll be back in November. I believe it is the 4th for Little Shop of Horrors.
Which again, I've never seen. So
yes. So we have that. And then next Saturday, we are doing Chicago with our friend Jessica Maxwell at 7 p.m. So be sure to check that one out. And then, as we said, Friday, November 4th, 7:30, it is Jill and I back together again doing Little Shop of Horrors starring Rick Moranis, Steve Martin, John Candy. Like, it is a bop from the past with a giant puppet plant. Lots of fun. So definitely check that out. So yes, tune in next Saturday though for our film commentary on Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right, Jill. Where can people find and follow you?
Yeah, people can find and follow me at Jillian.Robinson96 on Instagram. That is my artist Instagram account. I guess I can kind of mention down the line, I will be at the end of the year and the end of November into December. I'm swinging into a role for company 2IT Theater is doing Cinderella Panto right now. They are extending the run, and I'm swinging into the character of Buttons, who is like the MC best friend character to Cinderella in this adaptation. So really excited. It's a clown character. It's going to be really punky and spunky, and I get to sing "Telephone" by Lady Gaga and Beyonce. So I'm excited. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, just posting covers and doing my thing on the gram.
And I will say, before the Downbeat people, tune in next week when Cup of Hemlock does their review of the David Hasselhoff version of Jekyll and Hyde. Jill and I had quite a few debates on that episode too. It was an episode.
You were outnumbered though, Mac.
Yes. I don't think I was.
Tune in, folks. You'll hear it all.
Me and Patrick held our own pretty good there.
True.
There we go. Either way, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. We will see you all next Saturday at 7 p.m. for Chicago with our special guest, Jessica Maxwell. Thank you, Jill. We'll see you on Down on Skid Row.
Bye.
Little shop of horrors. Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Jason Derulo.
Yes.